The great Mughal Empire ruled India over 200 years. But there was one kingdom in northeast which didn't bow down to the Mughals. In the spotlight are the fearless Ahoms, warriors from the enchanting realms of Assam, who stood tall against the colossal Mughal Empire. Prepare to witness a saga of bravery and victory, as we delve into a legendary clash that defied the odds. Brace yourself for an epic tale of courage and indomitable spirit as we unveil the epic story of the Ahoms warriors who defied all odds and etched their legendary names in the books of history.
In the 13th century, a remarkable tale unfolded as the Ahoms embarked on a journey that would shape the destiny of the Brahmaputra Valley. Originating from present-day China and Myanmar, these intrepid souls, driven by their ambitions, sought new horizons in a land of great promise. At the helm of this audacious endeavor stood Sukfa, a Shan prince hailing from Myanmar. With a keen eye for opportunity, Sukfa discovered that the once mighty empire of Kamarupa had relinquished its grip on the fertile lands of the Brahmaputra Valley in northeastern India. A land blessed with bountiful resources and nestled amidst protective mountain ranges, it also held the key to a vibrant trade network. Eager to seize this golden chance, Sukfa, accompanied by 5 loyal Ahom lords, assembled a formidable force comprising warriors, priests, merchants, and peasants. In the year 1215 CE, they set forth on a monumental expedition towards India. Through treacherous terrain and arduous challenges, they pressed on, marching through the vast expanses of Burma until they finally reached the majestic northeast India. Crossing the formidable Patkai Mountains, they arrived at the gateway of their dreams, the Brahmaputra Valley. However, the Ahoms found themselves in a precarious situation, a small band of strangers in an alien land. To fortify their position and consolidate their power, they implemented a shrewd strategy known as Ahomization. This method involved the gradual assimilation of local groups into the Ahom community, forged through intermarriage, political alliances, and vibrant socio-cultural exchanges. Over time, diverse tribal groups such as the Borahi, the Marans, and even several Naga tribes became integrated within the expanding Ahom kingdom. As the Ahom domain thrived along the banks of the majestic Brahmaputra river, their prowess grew. In a remarkable display of strength and determination, they triumphed over the Chutia kingdom in 1523 CE, expanding their influence and securing their rightful place as the dominant power in the region. As the Ahom kingdom flourished, its geopolitical importance and wealth caught the attention of the formidable Mughal Empire. The Mughal Empire, at its peak, was indeed vast and had already conquered a significant portion of the Indian subcontinent. The Battle of Samhara in 1616 marked the first organized assault by the Mughals, forever altering the dynamics of the region. It all began with the capture of Ratan Singh, an illegal Mughal trader who had ventured into the realms of Assam. The Ahoms, vigilant in their pursuit of justice, confiscated his illegal goods and banished him from their lands. This audacious act served as a pretext for the Mughals to declare war. Under the leadership of Abu Bakr and Bhusna king Satrajit, the Mughal forces rallied and swiftly advanced towards Barnagar, the ancient capital of Assam. In a swift and unexpected onslaught, they overran the Ahom defences, securing a resounding victory expanding to Samhara. The Ahoms, caught off guard by this surprise attack, were forced to witness their land fall into the hands of the Mughals. Yet, the Ahoms refused to give up. With indomitable spirit, they meticulously planned their retaliation, biding their time. After a month of covert preparations, the Ahom warriors, like shadows in the night, launched a clandestine assault on the Mughals. Their swift and fierce onslaught caught the Mughals off guard, inflicting heavy casualties and forcing them to retreat from the very soil of Samhara, where their initial attack had transpired. However, the story did not end there. 2 decades later, in 1636, the Mughals rekindled their desire for conquest, this time setting their sights on the fertile Kamrup district of Assam. In the initial clashes, the Ahoms suffered a temporary setback, witnessing a significant portion of their kingdom fall under the relentless advance of the Mughal Empire. Undeterred by adversity, the Ahoms regrouped and, in 1638, launched a bold counter-offensive in the Samhara region. This audacious move caught the Mughals off balance, sending shock waves through their ranks. Faced with fierce resistance from the Ahom warriors, the Mughals were compelled to retreat once more, their ambitions restrained on Assam's fertile soil. However, during this fierce encounter, the valiant Navy chief of the Ahoms lost his life, a testament to the sacrifices made in the pursuit of freedom. The conflict took its toll on both sides, exacting a heavy toll in terms of finances and human lives. In the wake of this devastation, the time for reconciliation and peace arrived. In 1639, the Treaty of Asura was made, meticulously signed by the Mughal commander, Allah Yar Khan, and the esteemed Ahom general, Momai Tamuli Borbarua. This landmark agreement recognized the independence of the Ahom king, delineating the western region of Assam, including Guwahati, under Mughal control, while the rest of Assam remained under the dominion of the Ahom kingdom. Under the terms of the treaty, trade flourished between the two kingdoms, unburdened by restrictions. However, the stringent adherence to the treaty proved elusive, as both sides occasionally unfollowed the treaty conditions, influenced by shifting dynamics and aspirations. In the year 1648, a surprising turn of events unfolded in the land of Assam. The Mughal commander of Guwahati, feeling the need to extend his congratulations, sent his regards to the newly appointed Ahom king, Jayadhwaj. Little did he know that behind the facade of pleasantries, a storm was brewing. Seizing the opportune moment, the Ahom king cunningly launched a fierce attack on the unsuspecting Mughals. Exploiting their weakened state due to poor health and the ongoing war of succession, the Ahom warriors not only expelled the Mughals from Guwahati but relentlessly pursued them until they were forced to retreat beyond the Manas river. Their camps were razed to the ground, and some unfortunate Mughal soldiers found themselves captive on the Ahoms' triumphant return to their stronghold. The resounding defeat suffered by the Mughals sent shock waves through their empire. Determined to reclaim lost glory in the eastern lands, the formidable Aurangzeb commanded Mir Jumla to march upon Assam. In 1662, with the might of the Mughal army behind him, Mir Jumla swiftly conquered Guwahati and Manas, gaining significant ground. As the Mughal forces advanced towards Kaliabor, the Ahoms became acutely aware of their own vulnerability and prepared to unleash a deadly resistance against Mir Jumla's relentless advance. With Samdhara and Simlugad as their strongholds, the Ahom warriors fought valiantly, but the sheer numerical superiority of the Mughals forced them to retreat from their positions. Emboldened by their triumph, Mir Jumla set his sights on the Ahom capital, Gargaon. King Jayadhwaj, recognizing the impending danger, made a desperate escape, seeking refuge in the eastern hills. However, nature had its own plans, as heavy rainfall and devastating floods disrupted communication between the Mughal forces and their base in Dhaka. Stranded and isolated, the Mughals found themselves vulnerable in the face of an unexpected onslaught from the Ahoms. The fierce warriors swiftly reclaimed control over eastern Assam, their prowess unmatched. Amidst these turbulent times, a rampant epidemic spread through the Mughal camps, claiming the lives of numerous soldiers even before they had a chance to engage in battle. As the rains subsided, reconnecting the Mughal army with their base in Dhaka, they devised a plan for a retaliatory attack, which compelled the Ahom king to reluctantly sign a peace treaty. Thus, in 1663, the Treaty of Ghilarighat was reluctantly signed, exacting a heavy toll on the Ahoms. They were compelled to pay a war compensation of 3 lakh rupees and, even more grievously, the Ahom king's only daughter was claimed by the Mughal harem. Sadly, soon after, Jayadhwaj breathed his last, leaving behind a legacy fraught with tumultuous times. With the demise of Jay, his successor Chakradhwaj assumed the Ahom throne. However, when the Mughals demanded the remaining war compensation, as agreed upon in the treaty, Chakradhwaj adamantly refused to comply. In 1665, Syed Feroz Khan, the Mughal leader stationed in Guwahati, sent a letter demanding their due. The Ahom king, unwilling to yield, commanded his army to expel the Mughals from Assam. Overwhelmed by the sudden ferocity of the Ahom assault, the Mughals found themselves in a swift retreat, leaving Assam within a mere 2 months. Driven by frustration and a sense of vengeance, Aurangzeb, the Mughal emperor, decided to unleash his mightiest attack on the Ahoms, an assault that would go down in history as the Battle of Saraighat. In 1671, Aurangzeb, driven by a fervent desire to settle the long-standing dispute, orchestrated the largest assault the Ahoms had ever faced. The Mughal emperor dispatched a massive army, led by the esteemed King Ram Singh of Amber. This formidable force consisted of 4,000 soldiers from Ram Singh's ranks, an additional 1,500 soldiers provided by Aurangzeb, 18,000 cavalry, 30,000 infantry, 2,000 skilled archers, 21 divisions of Rajput Thakur warriors, and a naval fleet of 40 warships. To further augment their might, the Mughals were joined by 10,000 to 15,000 cavalry and infantry from Cooch Behar, a Mughal Jagir. The sheer numerical superiority of the Mughal army left the Ahoms severely outnumbered, making it seemingly impossible for them to mount a successful defense. However, in the face of such overwhelming odds, the chief commander of the Ahom army, Lachit Borphukan, displayed a brilliant stroke of strategic genius. Instead of engaging the Mughals in a full-scale confrontation, Lachit opted for a guerrilla warfare approach. Recognizing the importance of defending Guwahati, he devised a plan to exploit the hilly terrain that lay in the path of the Mughal army. Lachit ordered the construction of a formidable mud wall, effectively blocking the Mughals' direct route and forcing them to consider an alternate passage along the Brahmaputra river. Aware of the Mughal navy's inexperience in aquatic warfare, Lachit positioned his forces at Sareghat, a narrow point in the Brahmaputra with a width of less than 1 kilometer, making it an ideal choke point to hinder the Mughal navy's progress. Sensing the Mughals' hesitation, Lachit sent a message to their ranks, feigning fear and expressing a desire to negotiate. This ploy granted the Ahoms invaluable time to fortify their positions at Sareghat. In response, Ram Singh dispatched the navy army under the command of Shishta Khan. However, Lachit cunningly sent a message directly to Ram Singh, asserting his intention to negotiate with the emperor himself, dismissing Ram Singh as a mere servant. This calculated move stoked Ram Singh's anger. Ram Singh ordered to take the land route and decided to go around the hills. As the Mughals marched through the narrow path through the hills, the Mughal soldiers fell into the Ahoms' well-laid ambush. They found themselves ensnared in a relentless cycle of hit-and-run attacks. The Ahom warriors, masters of guerrilla tactics, struck with precision and disappeared back into the shadows. The Mughals, bewildered and unable to mount an effective defense, were plagued by constant Ahom assaults. Overwhelmed by the resilience and ferocity of the Ahoms, Ram Singh eventually conceded and ordered a retreat, opting to navigate the Brahmaputra river to make their entry into Guwahati. At first, the Mughal navy held numerical superiority over the Ahoms, causing the Ahom forces to initially retreat. However, Lachit, recognizing the perilous situation, personally took charge and charged towards the Mughals, inspiring his fellow Ahom fleet to rally behind him. With unwavering resolve, the Ahoms formed a formidable barrier, launching a coordinated assault from three sides. The Ahoms, adept at naval warfare, unleashed a devastating assault that the Mughals could not withstand. Three top Mughal admirals, along with 4,000 of their navy personnel, met their demise in the tumultuous waters, while the rest were forced to flee into the Manas river. Thus, the Battle of Sareghat culminated in a glorious victory for the Ahoms, marking a turning point in their struggle against the Mughals. In 1679, Laluk Borphukan assumed the mantle of commander of Guwahati during the reign of Ahom king Tej Singha. Muhammad Azam Shah, the Mughal Subedar of Bengal, tempted Laluk with a bribe of 4 lakh rupees and the promise of the Assam throne in exchange for his cooperation in capturing Sareghat. Driven by greed, Laluk succumbed to the bribe and allowed the Mughals to seize control of Sareghat. However, this turn of events foreshadowed another significant war, setting the stage for future conflict and a quest for redemption. A defining chapter unfolded in 1681 with the ascension of Gadadhar Singha to the Ahom throne. Determined to reclaim their land from Mughal rule, King Gadadhar Singha rallied his forces, issuing a resolute command to expel the Mughals from Guwahati. Under the astute leadership of Jahangir Alam Babarwa, a bold plan was devised to launch a multifaceted attack on Guwahati from 3 strategic angles. With unwavering resolve, the Ahom warriors prepared for the decisive assault. From the northern bank, southern bank, and even the middle of the mighty Brahmaputra river, their navy forces surged forward, ready to confront the Mughal occupiers. This time, however, the Mughals found themselves in a weakened state. The ravages of the Maratha War, the debilitating illness of Mansa Khan, and simmering disputes with the East India Company in Bengal had sapped their strength. Under mounting pressure, several Mughal commanders resigned from their posts, leaving the empire vulnerable. Amidst this backdrop of Mughal turmoil, the pivotal battleground emerged at Attackoli. Mughal General Ali Akbar launched an attack on the formidable Sarania fort, but the fierce Ahom resistance proved too formidable to overcome. Besieged by heavy losses, Ali Akbar was compelled to retreat, his dreams of victory shattered. On that fateful day of July 17, 1682, the Ahom forces, their ranks swelling with determination, encircled Atakoli. In a relentless display of valor, they engaged the Mughal defenders, overpowering them with strategic brilliance and unwavering spirit. With the resounding victory at Atakoli, the Ahoms staked their claim over Assam, asserting their control over the region stretching up to the mighty Manas River. The Mughals, humbled and defeated, dared not set foot on the sacred soil of Assam again. However, the tale of the Ahom kingdom did not conclude there. It continued to endure, etching its mark on history until 1826 when the British, in their relentless march of empire, finally defeated the Ahoms and incorporated the kingdom into their domain. Even today, on November 24, the valorous deeds of Lachit Borphukan, the esteemed commander, are celebrated during Lachit Davas in Assam. Recognizing the indomitable spirit of courage, the National Defense Academy bestows the esteemed Lachit Borphukan Gold Medal upon its most outstanding cadet. The legacy of the Ahom kingdom and its valiant warriors lives on, an enduring testament to the spirit of resistance, bravery, and the unwavering determination of the people of Assam.